No one expected this. Not the press, not the Palisades, and certainly not Queen Camilla herself. But there it was, on full public display without a single word said. King Charles III, the monarch of the United Kingdom, stood tall and proud at one of the most important royal events of the summer, and Queen Camilla was nowhere in sight. Instead, it was Duchess Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, at his side, graceful, composed, smiling. And just like that, a shift in royal dynamics exploded into full view. So what happened? Why was Camilla absent? And why is everyone saying King Charles has finally chosen Sophie as his most trusted royal companion? Let's go back to the moment that started it all. On a bright ceremonial Saturday, the king arrived at the 118th Royal Windsor Flower Show, a long-standing royal tradition deeply tied to the monarchy's heritage. It's a show of prestige, of continuity, of legacy, and standing next to him was not his wife. It was Duchess Sophie. And from that moment, the whispers began, because this wasn't just a regular appearance. This was a patronage event, a royal duty with cameras flashing, crowds cheering, and history watching. So Sophie didn't just appear in the background. She opened the show alongside famed British gardener Alan Titchmarsh, and when she curtsied to King Charles, the crowd gasped. It wasn't just respectful, it was emotional. The kind of curtsy that says, "I'm here, I serve the crown, and I'm trusted by the king himself." Royal watchers everywhere couldn't help but notice. This wasn't an accident. This was a message that Sophie is rising, and Camilla perhaps is stepping back, or worse, being pushed aside. Now here's where it gets even more shocking. In the past, Queen Camilla was always by King Charles's side for major events like this, especially ones that connected to his personal passions like the environment, horticulture, and tradition. But this time, Camilla was absent. No statement, no explanation, just missing. And in her place, Sophie stepped forward, not awkwardly, not as a stand-in, but as a confident, warm, and regal presence. The public reaction? Immediate. Royal fans flooded social media with praise. "She's the real queen," one tweet read. "Sophie carries herself with dignity, something we haven't seen in a while," said another. And experts, they started using a title that's quickly catching fire, King Charles's secret weapon. Because while others grab headlines for drama, scandal, and Netflix deals, Sophie works. Quietly, constantly, flawlessly, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. With Princess Catherine focusing on her health and Queen Camilla noticeably absent, the monarchy needs visible strength, reassurance, stability. And who better than Sophie? She's been beside the royal family for decades, without complaint, without controversy, without seeking the spotlight. And now, all that quiet loyalty is being rewarded publicly. And let's not forget, this wasn't her only appearance that week. Just one day before, she was right beside Prince William at the Royal Cornwall Show, another major royal event tied to the Duchy of Cornwall. That's two major outings, one with the future king, one with the reigning king. Back to back. Coincidence or strategy? Because here's the part the palace hasn't said out loud, but insiders are whispering everywhere. There's tension between Charles and Camilla behind the walls of the palace, whispers of disagreements, distance, a shift in priorities. And Charles, who has always been loyal to his causes, sustainability, tradition, the environment, now seems to be choosing people who share those values. People like Sophie, and perhaps not Camilla. Is this the beginning of a new chapter? Is King Charles quietly phasing out his controversial queen in favor of a steady, scandal-free duchess? Nothing has been confirmed. But actions speak louder than palace statements. And the action we saw at the flower show, it was loud and clear. So now the question remains, what happens next? Will Sophie become the monarchy's most visible woman? Will Camilla respond to this sudden shift in royal visibility? And most importantly, has King Charles already made his choice? We may not have all the answers today, but what we do know is this. In the most public and powerful way possible, King Charles just sent a signal. And Sophie, she's not just stepping up, she's stepping into history. So what do you think? Is Duchess Sophie being groomed for a more powerful royal role? And was Camilla's absence a deliberate snub? Let us know in the comments. We're watching this story evolve in real time. And believe me, it's only just beginning.